How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So the first initial injury report of Week 18 for the Green Bay Packers just came out ahead of this very important matchup versus the Chicago Bears, where the Packers have a chance at a win-and-in situation. Beating the Chicago Bears will then put the Green Bay Packers into the playoffs at either the number 6 or number 7 seed. Now, this Packers injury report, to no one's surprise, is very long today. It has 21 total players on this injury report. I mean, death taxes and the Packers having an extremely long injury report. So in today's video, we're going to break down the entire Green Bay Packers injury report and all the practice designations, as well as take a look at the initial Chicago Bears injury report. All right, so let's waste no more time and dive into the injury report. Bringing it up on the screen, we see at the top is Jaire Alexander, shoulder injury, full participation. Now, last week he wasn't on the injury report as he was suspended, and I'm hoping this is going to be a seamless transition from Jaire being suspended into Jaire again starting at cornerback for the Green Bay Packers. I think it would be unwise to not start Jaire this week. Matt LaFleur didn't commit to Jaire being a starter, but he says he expects it to be a seamless transition to Jaire coming back this week. You know, the Packers are going to need him against someone like DJ Moore. That's why I said it would be very unwise for the Packers to not start Jaire at cornerback. Although Corey Ballentine and Carrington Valentine had a great week last week, it's a whole different animal going up against DJ Moore with Justin Fields throwing the football. They've been great this year together. So hopefully Jaire will be starting at cornerback, and that will be a seamless transition. Then we see Zane Anderson, knee injury limited. He's been, a special teamer for the Packers. Nothing huge there. More importantly, here we see Devondre Campbell, neck injury, full participant, where we haven't really seen him practice the last 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden upgraded to full here this first practice of Week 18. Was kind of wondering if we were going to see Devondre Campbell play for the Packers again this year, or overall in general ever again for the Green Bay Packers, with what went down with the tweet and Matt LaFleur basically saying, he needs a week off to get right physically. But now it seems like he may be right physically, and hopefully we do get him back with Isaiah McDuffie also on this injury report and Quay Walker on this injury report. But hopefully we'll have Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker here in Week 18. Then we see AJ Dillon did not participate today. Matt LaFleur mentioned that he kind of aggravated that thumb against the Vikings. Now it is a broken thumb, so he probably hit it on a helmet or something of that sort. I'm sure that's a big problem to have, and it also was added a neck injury for AJ Dillon. But Aaron Jones has been on fire recently, so as long as he can stay healthy and we can give him the rock, I think we should be okay in the running game. Then we see Rudy Ford, hamstring, a new addition here, did not participate. I mean, the Packers and hamstring injuries just go hand in hand together, and now Rudy Ford has one and didn't practice today. Elton Jenkins, knee/ankle injury, did not participate. This is his typical rest day. I don't think this is any type of setback or any sign for Elton Jenkins not playing in this game. He'll likely be limited tomorrow and Friday, and he'll play in this game. Then we see Aaron Jones, knee/finger injury, is limited. Don't take this as a setback either. I'm sure they're just keeping the workload light during the week for Aaron Jones, so then they can have 100% Aaron Jones in this game, which I don't think there's any coincidence that the Packers scored 33 points in the last 2 games where Aaron Jones had 120 plus rushing yards. I think if the Packers can get the ground game going yet again, they will win against the Bears. And it's not going to be an easy matchup. It's definitely not going to be. Some people may think it will be. I don't think it will be. Then we see Isaiah McDuffie. He left that game against the Vikings with what seemed like a concussion. It was indeed a concussion as well as a neck injury. He didn't practice today, so likely has not gotten out of concussion protocol. We'll see if he gets out of it Thursday or Friday and what his game status is for Sunday, but it will be a big loss if the Packers don't have McDuffie or Devondre Campbell. Eric Wilson did fill in against the Vikings, but I thought didn't play too well, so hopefully they'll get back either McDuffie or Campbell for this game. Then we see Luke Musgrave with his kidney injury. He was limited today. Now, he has not been activated onto the active roster yet, but I suspect that will happen in the coming days, and we will see some of Luke Musgrave in Week 18. Now, will that be full 100% Luke Musgrave in terms of snaps? Probably not. They'll likely still start Tucker Kraft, but sprinkle in some Luke Musgrave and some 12 personnel, which I'm really hoping for and excited to see. Then we see Josh Myers, a new addition here with a neck injury, limited. He did leave, I believe, some snaps against the Vikings, so hopefully he's okay. He's had a rough stretch of 4 games, not the best stretch of 4 games by Josh Myers by any means, but hopefully he can get right again and, put together a good game against the Bears. Then we see Keyshawn Nixon, who arguably had one of his best games all season against the Vikings. He's on an injury report with a quadricep injury and is limited, so hopefully he'll be ready to go against the Bears as well. Then we see John Owens, knee injury. He is limited. He's been starting at safety for the Green Bay Packers, so an important one to note there. Jayden Reed, more importantly, chest injury, was limited today. This was a big one. We kind of saw him leave before halftime after scoring 2 touchdowns, and he didn't return, so we were really worried about the status of Jayden Reed going forward. He had x-rays. They came back negative, so he didn't have any broken ribs, but definitely something to monitor. But Jayden Reed has been a super tough player all season. I suspect he plays here in Week 18, and he's massive for this Packers offense at this point. Darnell Savage, shoulder injury, full participant, so it seems like he's finally getting over this shoulder injury. Didn't have a great game last week, missed a couple tackles. TJ Slayton, on the other hand, did have a great game against the Vikings, in my opinion. He's on the injury report with a knee/foot injury. He is also limited. Preston Smith is a new addition to the injury report with an ankle injury, did not participate. This is going to be a big one to monitor going forward, and if Preston Smith can't play in this game, look for heightened snaps for Lucas Van Ness and JJ Enagbare. Luke Tenuta, just like Musgrave, has not been activated yet and is a full participant today with his ankle injury. We'll see if the Packers indeed do activate him this week. Quay Walker, the third linebacker on this injury report, shoulder injury limited. He's kind of been on this for a while with this, so I don't suspect it's anything massive or him not playing in this game. I do suspect Quay Walker plays in this game, and I loved the way Joe Barry used him against the Vikings, kind of that Micah Parsons-esque role, getting after the quarterback, flying towards the football. They got to do that more with him. I think he can be great in that type of role. Christian Watson, hamstring. Really great to see another limited here today after some good practices last week, and it's looking like Christian Watson will return here in Week 18. Matt LaFleur said today was mostly a jog through, but they did have some strenuous individual drills. Said wide receiver Christian Watson needs to just progress this week and is coming off a good week of practice last week. And then after practice, Jordan Love also added that he's fully expecting his connection with Christian Watson to pick up where it left off, so it does sound like Watson will be back this week after missing the last 4 games. Then to wrap things up on this injury report, we see Tay Wicks with his chest injury. He was limited. I suspect him returning after missing last week in this game in Week 18. Then finally, Emmanuel Wilson, the same as Tenuta and Musgrave. He has not been activated onto the 53 yet with his shoulder injury, but was a full participant today. Then to quickly go over the Chicago Bears injury report, it is a much shorter one, so this one will be a lot quicker. It feels like every week these videos get longer and longer because I have, to go over a massive list of injuries for the Green Bay Packers. But at the top, we see Tyson Bagent, their backup quarterback, illness, did not participate. A massive one here, Jalen Johnson, defensive back, shoulder injury, did not participate. Another massive one, Cole Kmet, knee injury, did not participate. Wide receiver Darnell Mooney has a concussion. He did not participate. Wide receiver DJ Moore, ankle injury limited. He definitely will play in this game, in my opinion. And then finally, long snapper Patrick Scales, foot injury, did not participate. This is such a massive game. I think we all know that, and I'm super excited for this. Matt LaFleur's 9-0 against the Chicago Bears. Hopefully we make it 10-0 and get this team into the playoffs. It's still a super promising season, even if they don't make it in the playoffs, just based on how Jordan Love has progressed, how this young offense has progressed, and I'm still very excited for 2024, but that season isn't here yet. We're still in 2023 season, and the Packers have a chance to make it into the playoffs, which would be amazing in year 1 of Jordan Love under Matt LaFleur. And who knows, maybe they can get hot. I think the Packers, if they do get into the playoffs, they will get bounced out because of their defense. I think that will happen, but who knows? They could get hot at the right time, and if his defense continues playing like they did last week, they very well could go in and upset a team in the playoffs. But that about does it for this video. I appreciate you guys coming by. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below. I'll be on NFC North Roundtable tonight, representing the Green Bay Packers, so I'll put that link down in the description. Make sure to come on by. It starts at 6:15 Eastern, and show your support to the Packers. But that about does it for this one. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.